Watch me win, then watch me do it again. Tell them I can't take no loss. My team hold no L's, no. Aiming for the top, can't make it by myself. I ain't taking no.
As you guys can see, we have a handful in the garage today. The team is working on this Grand Wagoneer, but today I'll be showing you how to clean up your engine bay using water. So let me just close up that because the team has music and we don't want to get copyrighted. But today I have this Yukon Denali out here. It has a pretty big engine. It has a lot of engine compartments on it. And one of the biggest questions we get is how do we actually clean an engine bay with water? So there's two different methods you could do. One with water, one without water. Today, this method is going to cover how to clean up with water. First things first, what you want to do is have some spare extra microfiber towels. And there's gonna be certain areas you want to cover up so you can avoid getting water on it. So those areas are gonna be like the battery, the alternator, and the filter. So with my towels, I'm gonna start off by covering up the alternator, just so I can make sure I don't have any running water getting to it. Now, by doing this step, is going to allow me to ensure I am not going to be getting water on it, especially because I'm not gonna be blowing water directly on it. So whenever I do have my source of water, I will be about like this far away from it, so like this, I will not be penetrating that surface a lot. Second part, like I mentioned, is going to be the filter. Luckily for me, it's very exposed, so I can just get my microfiber towel on there. And last but not least, the battery. The battery's gonna be over there. I'm gonna get my other towel. I'm gonna walk over to this side and just cover up this battery right here, just so I can ensure I don't get any type of water on it whatsoever. Now, for newer cars, lucky for you guys, a lot of engine compartments are covered, such as the alternator, the filter, the battery are much more covered, especially on BMWs are on the back end, like the battery's gonna be in the trunk. But in this occasion, it's an older truck, and you guys know, older trucks have technically everything exposed. But one thing I do want to mention to you guys is if you guys do have non-waterproof compartments, if you guys do have sound systems inside your car, be sure to cover up that as well. I do see there's some type of exposed wires over here. So I'm gonna just put my water off to the side and just cover this up as well. There's this wire that's just right here. I don't wanna cause any damages. So using 4 different microfiber towels, it allowed me to go ahead and cover up these areas. And now I can proceed with the wash. So first things first, after you cover that up, step number 2 is going to be checking if the engine is hot. If the engine is hot, you just finished driving your car, let it sit for about like an hour or so, or 2 until the engine cools down. Then start off your cleaning process, because like this, you do not want your degreaser, you don't want your soap or whatever you're cleaning up on it to actually cake up onto the plastic pieces. So before I rinse it off, I need to go turn on the water because I actually forgot to turn on the water. So just give me 1 quick second. For you guys, it's gonna be like, and I'm back. So now I have my source of water. I am using a pressure washer. I'm not gonna be using a garden hose, just because obviously a pressure washer is gonna have pressure whenever you release. When you actually agitate the surface, if you do use a hose, try to get a handle on it at least so you could just have some control over your the pressure you're actually using or the water source you're actually using. So before I actually start wetting the surface, I'm actually just going to be using 2 different brushes. I'm gonna be using the wheelie wheel brush just for the larger compartments. Intricate details, I'll be using my board chair detailing brush. And I also have my foam cannon pre-filled with our citrus washing gloss. Now our citrus washing gloss is going to just add more lubrication. And then to top it off, I'll be using our black on black instant trim shine. And to remove the heavier grease, I'll be using my orange degreaser to spray it down. So now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna move all of my bottles out of the way. They're very nicely set up. Now we'll move all out of the way, and we're gonna start off with the pre-rinse. Now the pre-rinse is not going to be me going to the surface and being this close, rinsing it down. I'm actually going to be a little bit further away and just rinse down the whole entire surface. And then after that, we'll be moving on to the next step. So as you guys can see, the pressure I am using on this pressure washer is very soft, nothing too harmful. So right now I'm using the 15-degree tip. The 15-degree tip, standing about 4 to 5 feet away from the engine bay, is allowing me to get a nice mist of water everywhere. Now after you mist everything down, it's time to degrease it using orange degreaser. Okay, so now that we finished rinsing out the whole entire engine bay, we lightly mist it. I'm getting my orange degreaser and I'll be spraying this everywhere, just so I could degrease the whole entire engine bay. Now, if you do have a super filthy engine bay, this cleaner is going to cut through like grease, grime, oil stains, and so much more. So I'm gonna spray it on there. After that, I'll be putting my bottle off to the side. And just to get extra cleaning power and extra lubrication, this is where my foam cannon comes into play. I'll remove the tip, get my foam cannon, attach it, spray away just to make sure I have all the foam. And then we're gonna foam up the whole entire engine bay. Right now, I don't mind if I get foam on the headlights or anything like that, because obviously I'm still gonna wash it after. But after this, I'll grab my wheelie brush and we're gonna start scrubbing down the whole entire engine bay. So like this, we achieve a true clean. And the smaller areas, I'll be using the 𝗲𝗃𝗲 detailing brush. But if you're looking to sell a car or you're looking to detail a car fully, you could do this to your engine bay. So like this, whenever you do sell a car, or if you just have a brand new car, your engine bay always looks brand new. Because what ends up happening is a lot of people tend to forget to clean up the engine bay. That might be you right now, or tag your friend that has a dirty engine bay. Or, like I mentioned, it could be you. But follow these steps just to remove all the filth and grime away from the engine bay. And like this, your engine bay not only stays clean, but your car is going to hold its value as well. For the intricate areas where my other brush does not fit, you could grab something like your 𝗲𝗃𝗲𝗃 detailing brush, and you go around everywhere, like the smaller hoses, and just get into all the nooks and crannies using this brush compared to the wheelie brush. Okay, so after you finish scrubbing down the whole entire engine bay, now we're just gonna get our pressure washer and rinse it clean. So I'll put these brushes off to the side, connect my pressure washer tip once again, and now let's rinse. And now we're gonna dry the surface using some soft towels. But in this occasion, I actually left it over here. So we're gonna try to keep this very raw and uncut. I actually have the woolly mammoth. So this engine bay is a lot bigger. Even though this is a drying towel, I'm gonna use this towel just to dry up the whole entire engine bay. So like this, I have one towel that does it all. Especially what ends up happening is this towel tends to drape everywhere. And even though I'm focused on this area, I still have some drying process going over here. If you do have a blower on hand, I do recommend picking up like the Chemical Guys Pro Blow. You could also blow everything out for the nooks and crannies. But the good thing about this GM vehicle, it actually has everything very exposed, and I could actually see the whole entire engine bay, and it's super easy to dry. One thing I do want to recommend for you guys, and this is a pro tip, whenever you are dealing with an engine bay, you're doing any type of engine bay cleaning, put the keys away. Put the keys away somewhere safe. Do not leave them in the ignition. Leave that away just because you are working on the engine. So that's a pro tip for you guys. You guys can see just by me drying the surface, Orange Degreaser paired with citrus washing gloss did a fantastic job at cleaning up this whole entire engine bay. But there's still another trick that we could do to enhance the shine, the look, and rejuvenate the whole entire vinyl, rubber, and plastic pieces that currently sits inside this engine bay. I want you guys to put an engine bay counter, because I've been saying engine bay nonstop. Every time I say engine bay, take a shot.
Hey there, editor here. Sorry to put the video on pause. I know you guys got a lot of cleaning to do. Just want to make an announcement. Please don't take shots every time Henry says engine bay. He says it quite a few times, and if you take shots every time he says it, you won't be cleaning your engine bay today. You'd be waking up the next day. Thank you.
I'm a scat man. I'm a scat man. Okay, anyways guys, I just finished cleaning up the whole entire engine bay, drying it up as well. The plastics look phenomenal, but I think I could make it look a lot better. There's a little nooks and crannies where there's still water left behind. I'm gonna get my blower out right now and just blow everything out. But for the majority of the plastics, so I won't keep you guys here too long, you guys can actually be using black on black instrument trim shine. Now black on black instrument trim shine is going to rejuvenate the plastic pieces. So like this, whenever you pop your hood, your engine bay looks brand new. So you can use this like on vinyl, rubber, plastic pieces. I do know that a lot of new cars tend to have tons of plastic in their engine bay, especially because everything's covered compared to like back then, like this Yukon Denali that has a lot of exposed plastics, or everything open. You can use this all over your engine bay to restore shine, protection, and like this, your hoses and other engine compartments could look its best at any given time. But look at this. All you do is just mist it on there and you're good to go. So I know this question is going to be in the comment section down below. How long is this actually going to last? Now this is an oil-based dressing and it's going to resist heat, and your engine bay is going to be looking newer for longer. So just by doing this to the engine bay, like I haven't even touched that side yet, you guys can see a big before and after. The engine bay looks clean, it looks crisp, it looks like how it just came out of the dealership. And the cool thing about this aerosol dressing, it's very versatile and it's very easy to apply anywhere. Nooks and crannies, just simply spray it on there and you're good to go. So let me just finish up the engine bay and I'll show you guys the result after. As you guys can see, I just finished cleaning up the whole entire engine bay using water and a couple products: citrus washing gloss, orange degreaser, and black on black. And the before and after is night and day. The engine bay is now clean and everything works. As always, if you guys would like to pick up these products, you can find them on chemicalguys.com or drive down to your local detail garage. As always, I'm Henry, and we will see you guys next time on our next upload. Deuce.